user, welcome to my channel Learning with Khatak. Today we are presenting a very interesting and very important topic that is C++ pointer and array that how to use a C++ pointer with array. So if we describe little bit about pointer and array, in C++, pointers are variable that holds addresses of other variables. Not only can pointer store the address of a single variable, but also it can store the address of a cell of an array. For example, here in this case, I am declared two pointer variable, that is p and ptr, and then I am declared a simple variable, my variable, and then an array, my array 5. So array and pointers are very closely related to each other. Why? Because the name of array, here in this case my array, is considered as a pointer. That is, the name of an array contains the address of element. C++ consider the array name is the address of the first element. So what does it mean? It means that whenever we are going to declare an array, it means that this is basically a pointer. Why? Because the name of address contains the starting address of the array, means the address of the first element of the array is stored inside the name of the array. For example, how to demonstrate that? Look at this. Here we declared an integer pointer variable p, and here in this case I assign the name of array to the p, because we know that pointer variable can only contain the address. So here I assign the name of array without using the address operator. What does it mean? Because the name of array is in itself as an address. So that's why I assign the name of array to the pointer. Now here in this case, cout address contained pointed variable. So I just want to display that what holds p, so if we run this program, look at this. So it just gave me address contains pointer variable. This is the address of the array. This is the address of the array, the address of the starting element that is contained inside the name of array. And we assign the name of array to the pointer variable, which give me this thing. Okay. So how to verify this now? But before verifying this, let me show one thing, that here p is a pointer variable while my array is an integer array. So the code p is equal to my array store the address of the first element of the array in p. So when we display it, give me simply the address. Okay, notice that we have used my array instead of ampersand sign of array. Means I used here p is equal to my array without using the ampersand operator. But if I now use the ampersand operator like that, if we look at this, I use another variable, that is int pt, and I assign to this the address of starting element of array. So means my array 0 means that is the element at the starting index, 0 index, that is the first element. So here I simply assign the address of starting element to pt, and then I simply display again, just look like here is p, here is pt. So if you look now at this, the address. So if you look at this, address contains pointer variable, that is, look at this, 004FFD24, and address of first array variable or array element in pt 004FD24. So what does it mean? If we use p is equal to my array, here in this case actually I am going to assign the starting address of the first element to the p. Here in this case, this is basically I'm use the ampersand operator, address of operator. So address of the first element of the array will be assigned to the pt, and here I am just going to display that term. Similarly, if you want to assign the other elements, notice here in this case we used ampersand operator with the my array, that is now the starting element address will be assigned to ptr. Okay. Similarly, if you want to print address of the other elements, elements, other elements. So if I write here, like, look at this now. Yes, nahi, okay, this is my array, instead of now star ptr, my address star ptr is equivalent to my array first, second, third, and fourth. So this is basically star p plus 1 is equivalent to my array. How we can prove that? So if I write cout is equivalent to my array, and then, so now if you do the same in every one, cout, and then cout, and then let me comment it, and then here also I will use, because I just want to in place the string inside this. So now if we run this, let me show one thing more to display the each output on separate line. Okay, and line, and then and line. So now if I run this program to look at this, okay, I think this is, there is an error. What type of error? Missing before end line. Okay, there is extraction operator before missing that. So another thing is cout end line star ptr. Okay, now if you look at this, minus 8558 is equivalent to, if you look both the address, this is same like that one address, these two addresses are same, these two addresses are same, and every address is equivalent to that one. While if you look at the code now, that we assign my address 0, the starting element address to p, and then I displayed that star p plus 1 is equivalent to my array 1, my array 2, and so on. So this is basically a simple difference between the pointer and the pointer variable. In a normal variable, that not only an array can contains the pointer variable not only contain the address of a simple variable, but it can also contain the address of a cell of array. So if we look at this in the memory representation, so ptr is equal to array, same is array of 0, because this is now ptr address of array of 0 which address to the starting address, and then ptr plus 1 is same is array of 1, ptr plus 2 is same of address of array of 2, and so on. So if you look at the code now, in the code this is exactly like star ptr plus 1 is equivalent to my array 1, star ptr p plus 2 is equivalent to my array 2, and so on. So in the short video, we have shown that a pointer variable not only contain an address of the simple variable, but also can contain the address of the a cell of the element or an array. So here in this case, I have declared a normal variable in ptr. So if I run this, that ptr is equal to address of my variable. Okay, my variable, and then I simply displayed cout my variable. So if you look at this, that a pointer variable not only contain, look at this, this is the address, and if we here look at these are the also addresses. So here in this case we have shown that a pointer variable not only contain the address of a simple variable, but it can also store the address of the first element of the array, as we shown here in this case. So in the next lecture, we will show that a character array and string array with a pointer, with a C++ pointer, how to use a C++ pointer with a character array and a string array. Thank you very much. Wait for the next lecture.